everyone, Joshua here, and we're back to another Cross Team Racing at Your Field video. With the Grand Prix now over, with us not getting any more Grand Prix, it is time for me to write the Grand Prix tracks, you guys. I rated the Grand Prix in the top 8, so it is now time to write the tracks of the Grand Prix, which they're going to be in a different order, you guys. So without further ado, this is my top 8. Me writing the tracks, the Grand Prix tracks, worst to best, you guys. So let's go. Number 8. Worst. Twilight Tour. Yes. Twilight Tour. Being the first Grand Prix track that we have gotten. Now here's why it stands at number 8, which is the worst. Which is worst. Number 8 is. So, you see on the map, you guys. You see on the map, it's not, I mean, it's a real great layout, but at the same time, it's not really a great layout as well. But I can't tell you one thing I do love, though, of how this level looks, right? But you know, for the first Grand Prix track, they absolutely did a great job on how it looks, like, for that Egyptian kind of feel and stuff. Absolutely love it. Especially this shortcut. And how you could see, it's kind of like Aladdin. Especially that area right there. It looks like an Aladdin theme. Right? It looks like an Aladdin theme. And especially this Crash Pharaoh kind of thing. And we have some real great jumps here. And then we go into the pyramid itself, which you can see some reference from Warp. Like you can see a relic, you can see the token, the bugs that you encounter in Tomb Raider, the Anne goggles from the lab assistant, which, by the way, they are coming very soon. I am so hyped for them, right? Because since they're in the data mine, fingers crossed this week. Fingers crossed this week. I'm hoping this week. And you can see, look, if you can see, there's gems right there. There are gems, relic, a gold relic, a blue relic. And it's so cool how it looks in this. And it reminds me a lot of the Egyptian kind of theme levels and Tag Team. Also has another feel of it. But yeah, I absolutely love this part. Especially this part right here. Like you can see this part right here, right? You have these genies just going with the crates, which is absolutely incredible. Your first blue fire part. Then you go into this area, which is a town. And we meet our first chicken. And what's going to be one of the new characters, the lab assistant. And if we go over this way, it's like a really cool village, right? And there's a shortcut right up here. You can go 2 routes, that way or this way. And you can say we have this route right here. And then we have another blue fire pad right here. Is where we hit the other blue fire pad. And then you go into a day and night cycle, which I think is really cool. You go into another tomb, and then you make one big jump, turn, and you're back to the finish line. It is as simple as that. Now, as for this being the first Grand Prix track, what would I rate it? Since Beanox definitely improved with the layout of the tracks after this one. Let's see. I'll give it a 5 out of 10 just for it being the first Grand Prix track. You know, I'll just give it a 5 out of 10 for it being the... And it comes out, Twilight Tour is at number 8. Number 7, best, Nina's Nightmare. Yes, Nina's Nightmare. This track is amazing. I absolutely love this track. For being a Halloween-themed track, it gives it a real great layout. Especially as y'all saw in the beginning, where there's a ghostly gate with a key that sticks in and unlocks the gate for you and disappears. And you're basically racing in Nina's head. You're actually racing in Nina's head, which is called, of course, is called Nina's Nightmare. So Nina's having a nightmare, which is basically a good dream to her. But anyway, you basically start in this kind of field right here, where it's kind of a graveyard with an embryo kind of pumpkin. We have this, which y'all can see up there. If we go back over here, actually, there's actually a shortcut. If you jump the wall, you can actually have a shortcut that brings you to that, which is really cool. And then we go into this dark sphere right here. We have another jump here with bats, pumpkins, with that they're gonna puke slime, which you can see right here, which it doesn't get rid of your blue fire. But this is where one of the obstacles come in. The giant killer spider pumpkin, which, if we hit that one, it's gonna switch to that side. And then if we hit it again, zoink, it's gonna switch. So you need to be careful. You can see the pumpkins are puking out more slime. And this is the fence shortcut. Here is one of the shortcuts, is the fence shortcut. So we should be able to make it. Yeah, there we go. Since I had an Uka Uka, I made it. Ew, look. They just puked more. They just puked more. So you can see, then you go over this way, more ghosts, and then you go into a haunted mansion territory. Which you can see Frankenstein, Nina holding a skull, Werewolf Tiny. If we turn this way, we have right here, Evil Crash. Evil Crash's shadow. Yes, Evil Crash's shadow. We have Ballerina and Jen. Right here is my favorite Twinsanity references. Madame Emily, Little Cortex, Little Jen, a poster of Nina, Little Embryo, Madame Emily, and the evil twins. And we can see right here too, we have Victor and Jen, Tiny, Maurice, Nina, Embryo, and then right in the middle, Madame Emily herself. And then you come back at the start again. So, number 7 has to go. Number 7, the best has to go to Nina's Nightmare, just because it's a really cool track with a real great layout. Some cool Easter eggs, especially me loving Twinsanity. And I just have to give this track a 7 out of 10, you guys. A 7 out of 10. For being number 7 on this list. Number 6, worst. Prehistoric Playground. Yes. The second Grand Prix track that has came out. Grand Prix track that has came in the Back in Time Grand Prix. And there is some reasons why this track stands at number 6, which is worst. So, And I'm going to go through it. So, before we do that, at the start, you can see where the CTR is. That's in Trophy Scepter. Broken in half. By, you guessed it, Fake Crash. Fake crashes everywhere in this track. Yes. Fake crashes everywhere on this track. And if we look behind you, you can see a waterfall and a rainbow. If we go, and you do start on a bridge too, so you can see a village while you're driving, which is really cool. A lot of rocks and stuff too. Then you go onto this bridge. This is a blue fire pad. And then we have this, which is a shortcut. If you do have blue fire, make that shortcut. You can make that shortcut, well, can you make it with no blue fire? I think I have seen people use it with blue fire, or without blue fire, so you could actually use it with either one, but I usually try to use it with blue fire, because I don't want to take the risk. And then you see some pterodactyls and their family, and then right there, you can see a giant fake crash dinosaur. The first fake crash dinosaur. They have fake crashes, fake taste, and eyebrows too in the mix. And then we go down here, which you can take 3 routes. You can take the middle of where the bubble went. You can take a ramp off of the tail, or you can go onto the other side. With more dinosaurs. And the most adorable thing ever, you can see Fake Crash giving one of the Fake Crash dinosaurs a bath. How adorable is that? That is adorable, if I say so myself. And you can make that too to get that Wampa too. So, we go in here with water spouts. That, of course, launch you up. We have more fake crashes. If we go in here, you can see some fake crash writings on the wall. Now we are going to be coming on the second lap to here again, to show y'all what is there. There is a shortcut right there. There is a shortcut. So, and then we have a spiral. Oh, fun. A spiral. Oh, how fun. And then you go right here, get another blue fire pad, and then you make it right there. Alright, so now we're going to go all the way back to where... Now we're going to be going back all the way to where the shortcut is again. And you can see right there, a giant baby dinosaur jumps from the ground starting from the second lap, and just starts screaming at you. Yes. And look at that, we made the shortcut too. But yeah, this track is really good with the layout. I mean, the layout's not very bad, but I think it still could have done a lot better, you know. But, and just a lot more stuff in this track. I think it would have been a lot more good. And, of course, since people really wanted Baby Cortex and Trophy in this Grand Prix, but hey, they are in the new data mine, and that means also, since data mines have been very right recently, very good at being right, Baby Cortex and Trophy with the Lab Assistant in this update. So, get ready to play with those two babies. Number 5, best. Gingerbread Joyride. Yes. What a fantastic Christmas track that Baynox has made. A real great layout. Real amazing additions to this track. And how can you not put it on a top 10 or something and not call it best? Because so this definitely comes at number 5 best tracks. So we have this. You start in a candy sugar-coated gingerbread of fun, happiness, Candyland kind of very good, and I just want to eat it. I just want to eat all of this candy. If we were not be able to get sick by eating so much candy, I would just absolutely eat all of this, because it does make you hungry too. So we have, of course, gingerbread houses, you can see. And the starting line. Whipped cream, cherry on top, you can see. And then if we go over here, we have the turbo tracks, which they're candy cane colored in this track. We have jellies. We have jellies, jello, jumping around across the course. How can you not love that? And then go over here. Christmas tree cakes as trees. Cotton candy as some trees as well. Then if we go right here, we have the blue fire pad, which you can go either up there and up, down, either up on that ramp, just go the normal route, or just go, if you have blue fire, go right there. Go across the bridge, make the shortcut, which is right here, which I can, even though I had an Uka Uka, I still didn't make it, but you can see this. Look at how colorful this looks. I don't know why, but this reminds me of the North Pole for some reason. Is this supposed to represent the North Pole? Because it sure does look like it. It sure does look like it. It reminds me of the North Pole on one of the Christmas movies. I can't remember, but can't remember exactly. I don't think it was Elf. I think it was the Santa Claus. I'm not too sure. One of the Santa Claus movies. And then you have my personal favorite, a chocolate waterfall. Oh, I really want to just swim in that chocolate and just eat it all. This track screams hungry. Makes you hungry. Makes, man, just so hungry it makes you guys. And then you make a ramp. You can go the normal route, or you can just go right there. Then you have turbo pads right here. And then a little bit of that. And then you have these jellos. Oh, these annoying, evil jellos that, if you're not careful, can squish you. They can squish you like a pancake. You got to be careful. And then make one turn again, and then huzzah, you have made it through the candy goodness, as we call Candy Nation, as we call. But this track is just pure amazing. A great Christmas track. A real amazing track to play around the holidays. Christmas holidays. Makes you hungry. And y'all saw a chicken, right? Y'all can see a chicken right there. That's my first time actually seeing chicken right there. I never knew that there was a chicken in this track until just now. But this track is pure goodness. And I definitely had to put it at number 5. Best. Number 4. Worst. Koala Carnival. Now, do just not yet. Do not say, wait, what? How dare you? Just, not yet. Just listen. The thing about this track is the layout. That's it. The layout, that's it. A lot of y'all may agree with me. A lot of y'all may not agree with me. But it's just the layout that I really wish that could have been better. From when we first saw the reveal of the Neon Circus, when we saw this track, it looked absolutely like there's going to be a lot of, like the layout's going to be perfect, and it turns out it's just a circle. But I still love this track, you guys. I still love this track. You guys, I can just tell you, I really love this track. It's just the layout is just the thing. So, we have an Electron Avenue jump. Which first, you can see you have a dragon coaster, which I remember at the fair when I was little. I would ride a roller coaster called the Dragon Roller Coaster, and that would really all I would want to ride until they took it down. You can see emblems of KoalaCon, because this is KoalaCon Carnival, Pasadena Opossum Portrait, and Ebenezer Von Clutch. Right there, you can see Koala Kong, and he's facing our big boy, Rellaroo. So, we make the big jump. You have fire spewing everywhere. Be careful. A cannon. You can use 2 routes right there. You can go through 3 routes right here, but one of them has blue fire. There's a tunnel down there too that you can take as well. But you can see right here, look, Koala Kong's emblem is everywhere, because, like, of course it would be, right? Of course it would be, because it's it's Koala Carnival. It's the name, Koala Carnival, so it definitely has to be Koala Kong's Carnival. And you can see, one of my personal favorite areas in this is this tunnel. And then you do some more big jumps. Okay, we just flew right off. But yeah, the only thing that just about this track is just the layout, because you can just see on the map. But like I said, I still love this track. I just wish the layout was kind of a little bit better as we were expecting it. So this goes out at number 4, worst. Number 3, best. Mega Mix Mania comes at number 3, best. I could just tell you right at the start, everything's so amazing of this track. To the best Crash Twinsanity references of my number 1 favorite Crash 2 game of all time from the PS2, outside the original trilogy, to the cool layout and Easter egg of recycling tracks, concepts from other tracks. So, you start this apocalyptic kind of area, which it looks familiar, right? Well, turns out, it's actually rose tubes. Yes, it's actually rose tubes all dried up. It is actually rose tubes all dried up in an apocalypse world. Which, that's a real, they used rose tubes for this track. And we can see a Crash, we can see our boy Crash holding the CTR and F trophy. And, oh, what is that? That battleship? It looks familiar. That's because it's Engine Ship from Twinsanity. The best PS2 Crash game of all time outside the original trilogy. Oh, heck yes. That's definitely one of the things that stands out to on this track. And, oh, who is that on it as well? That is Rusty Walrus himself. Yes. And there's another Rusty Walrus reference as well. And this could mean also Rusty Walrus could actually be a racer in a future update, which that's really good. So you can see just a construction site everywhere. How can you not say no to this track, you guys? How can you not say no to this track? A dinosaur? From a dinosaur to Nina's face being graffitied on it. These mines, which if you hit or wait until they explode, you get painted. Blue fire turbo pad, you can make it up here in that tunnel or just use the normal route. The obstacles of fans. Yes, of fans. And you can say, this is of course Megamix's track. So you're going to see Megamix's face graffitied everywhere. Then we have this, which is really cool. You're going into engine SIP. Once again, there's Megamix's face. If you turn to the left, right here, off of that turbo ramp, if you turn to the left or right, just depends which hand you are, you're going to find a shortcut, which will return. That is indeed a shortcut. You can make it without blue fire. You can. I have managed to get away with it without using blue fire, but it's very easy with blue fire. And oh, what is that? Well, remember that Rusty Walrus reference? Guess what? We have another Rusty Walrus reference. His imprint from Twinsanity after you defeated Rusty Walrus. That's nothing but spectacular. As a huge Crash Twinsanity fan, I absolutely love it that they added Twinsanity references to this track. Man, it's so good. And there's the new mask, Apu Apu. You can see the chicken in this track, which does go off by these. And then you do jump off of engine SIP into another part of Rouge Tubes. All the way to here, which you can go this route, that route. Both of them has turbo pads. And then you just go another part in Rouge Tubes, right through here, with some scorpions cheering you on. And then you make it to the end of the track. Straight out amazing. Crash Twinsanity Easter eggs, Rouge Tubes Easter eggs, nothing but spectacular, you guys. It's absolutely incredible. But there's one track that stands out to the Grand Prix tracks, and we are going to get to it after number 2, worst. Number 2, worst. Number 2, Spyro Circuit. Now, let me tell you why this track is not really good. 2 things. This track has no blue fire. Second of all, it has no shortcuts either. But except those, everything else is really good about this track. To being a Spyro fan, this is really good. And Spyro having a crossover. This is how you do a crossover in a racing game, right? So, you start in the Artisan's world with some of the dragons that you rescue from the different worlds. And you see that's the Artisan's door. That open. You go to this area, which, oh, fireworks. Oh. And the Wumpa Fruit get replaced with gems. And this is Dark Hollow, you guys, by the way. This is Dark Hollow. And you can take 2 routes right here. Go right here. You go through a portal. You go through a portal, kind of like in Hyperspace Way. You got 2 of the Magic Crafters enemies right here as obstacles. The crates, the Crash crates, have been replaced with Wumpa crates. And then we go into what I think it's Wizard Peak. Yeah, this is Wizard Peak, if I'm not mistaken. And then you go through there, and then you go back to Artisans. Like I said, the only two things that I don't like about this track is no blue fire, and it has no shortcuts whatsoever. But everything else, this track is brilliant. Especially Sparks being the mask. For every character, exclusively for this track. Sparks can be the mask for any character on this track. But that's it. It's only available for every character on this track. But on any other tracks, it's just available, if not just for not this track, it's only available for, of course, the Spyro characters. But yeah, this was definitely having, I really did wish that this track would have had blue fire. And shortcuts, at least probably like 2 or 1 shortcut. But hey, like I said, that's the only 2 things that is bad about this track. But I love this track, especially how it's a crossover track. And like I said, this is how you do a crossover track. A crossover, you guys. But there's one more that stands out of all the Grand Prix tracks, and that is our number 1 pick. And my number 1 best Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled Grand Prix track is Drive-Through Danger. Oh yes, the final track in Nitro Fueled and the final Grand Prix track as well. And what a way to end off the tracks in Nitro Fueled and the Grand Prix. This track is pure goodness. You're in Gazmoxia. You're on Gazmoxia with 2 of its fast food industries fighting against each other for an edition of the CTR-TV sponsorship, Oxide's home planet, and yeah, you're on Oxide's ship, or you're on Oxide's planet, and as y'all heard at the beginning, an employee talking through the kind of boxes that they talk into. And there's 2 areas, whichever one you go through, either the Toxic Burger or Nuclear Pizza, which it turns the turbo pads, which this is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled's best track, Grand Prix track of all time. And there's more to this as well. This is also a version of Rainbow Road, but Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled version of Rainbow Road, I would have to say. And you have to learn U-turning and U-braking to get very good about this track. Y'all can see... Okay, don't know what happened there. But you can see there's the sign, the menu board for the Nuclear Pizza. And then over there it's Toxic Burger. And the first and only blue fire pad as well. And, oh! Who is that? Who is that space all the way in the background? Well, that's Emperor Velo's planet himself, his self's track. Or, where Hyperspace Land in Nitro Fueled Adventure Mode takes place. And we have some carts, some vehicles as well. We have some birds. Oxide's battleships shooting the restaurants as well. There is a shortcut as well right here that I just made. That is a shortcut. If y'all have, I don't know if it is possible without blue fire, but if you do have blue fire, then yeah, you're pretty good to go. Go right here. There's another shortcut too, which you can make without blue fire. which is this area right here. You see this area? And then there's another shortcut. Where those missiles go? Boom, right there. And there's another shortcut coming up. Yes. There's another shortcut coming up too. You see right here? Jump right there. Boom. Made it. And then one final jump. Boom. You have made it. And that is... Drive-Thru Danger is indeed my #1 favorite Grand Prix track of all time. What a great way to end the Grand Prix. What a great way to end the Grand Prix, you guys. And the tracks being introduced. So that is going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe for ring bells, videos down below, and tell you guys to down below into this video. And what do y'all think about my top 8? What do y'all think about my top 8 list of best, worst to best Grand Prix tracks in CTR and F? And get hyped for my 2-hour day 1 stream on the original trilogy characters update, you guys, was hopefully this week. You guys, fingers crossed, you guys. So thank you guys for watching. See you next video. Bye! And also, before you go, I want to know y'all's list. Y'all's list on the tracks. Oh, I will love to know y'all's list in the comment section. So thank you guys for watching. See you next video. Bye!